everybody, and welcome to Soul Bouquet, where we carpe our every damn diem. First off, I just want to say that I'm staying at a hotel for the night because there was some renovations going over at my house. So they were renovating the bathroom, so I decided to come to a hotel just to take a shower and film the video because it's pretty loud over there. So yeah, today's pick a card reading is asking the question, how does your person think about the no contact situation that you guys are in? So I have 3 piles for you to choose from, well, 3 sigils for you to choose from. This is number 1. This is number 2. And this is number 3. So just sit back, relax, and pick whichever sigil or sigil is calling out to you instinctively. There's no real wrong answer. I just want to say, because of the different setup, I am sitting pretty over here from the camera, so that's why you're going to see my hands coming in from this way. As always, the timestamps will be in the description box below. I haven't been so good at putting them in the comments as of yet, but I think YouTube has updated, so you don't need the timestamps in the comments anymore. You could just go from the description box if you're on mobile. As always, this is a general reading, so just take whatever information fits your situation and leave the rest behind. Anyway, so I will see you in your piles. Bye bye. So hello to everyone who chose pile 1 with this sigil. This is your reading. Once again, we are asking, how does your person think about the no contact situation that you are currently in? So I'm going to explain what your sigil means in just a second. I'm just going to show you your tarot first, and after I read your tarot, we're going to be diving deeper with some oracle cards a bit later on. So the tarot I have for you today are the 4 of Swords, the 6 of Swords reversed, and the last one you have is the Magician. Well, clarifying those, we have the 9 of Wands reversed, the 6 of Wands reversed, and then in the final position we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so your sigil means all parts of me are unifying. So you'll see what that means in the context of your reading as we go on, but from what I'm first getting with the sigil, I feel that your person might be taking this time out to sort of get their life together, if that makes sense. Just from that, I'm sort of picking up on this no contact situation not really being one of choice, but being one out of circumstance. And if it does sound fine, if it does show that there will be union at the end, or if you guys do get back together, I feel that they will be in a much better place emotionally for you. Even though this isn't a healing reading, this is more about thoughts. Anyway, so we're going to start here with these 2, which are the 6 of Swords reversed, and is being clarified by the 6 of Wands reversed. So from this, what I'm picking up on is your person is definitely not happy about it. So with the 6 of Swords in the reverse position, in the upright I see the 6 of Swords of somebody who's moving on into something calm. And this person doesn't want to move on. They want to stay where they are with you. Like, I'm going to put this over so you can see it a bit better. But as you can see, this person is moving towards the rainbow. Like, they're moving towards a more calm place, away from all the, let's say, choppy waters in the past. And I feel like this is a person who would have rather work through those issues rather than move on, like fix what you have, rather than rather than start over with something new. And that's also picking up on with this Six of Wands in the reverse position as well. I do want to say that this is two sixes. I'm not really up with numerology. Like, I'm not very good with numerology, but it could be a sign for you. If you do know what two sixes mean, well, sixes mean in numerology, could you let me know in the comments? But yeah, so the Six of Wands is all about victory, and because this is in the reverse position, I'm just seeing that your person is very upset about this situation. Like, they don't want to move on. They are very much stuck on you. And with this, again, if all parts of me are unifying, I've said it before on the channel, I usually take the sigils as affirmations. So with this affirmation, they must feel that this is not true. They feel very much detached from you, and this is what they want to go to. They want to be together with you. And right now, because of this no contact situation, they're quite unhappy. Then we're going to move on here. So we have the Four of Swords, and it's being clarified by the Nine of Wands reversed. I'm feeling with this, even though they are, as I said, unhappy about the situation, they're just going to literally wait it out with this Four of Swords here. Like, you can see this is even a picture of the Buddha. Like, the Buddha could wait forever. And I feel like it's not that they're waiting for you to change your mind, I want to say, but I want to say that they're sort of waiting for the situation to come to an end, if that makes sense. I don't know if this is a situation where it's like, maybe you've agreed not to talk to each other for a certain amount of time or something like that, but I feel like this person is just really willing to wait it out. They want to wait it out. And with this Nine of Wands in the reverse position, I just want to say that they feel quite lost because of it internally. Like, this reading, I want it to be more of an intellectual sort of reading, but this, I'm just feeling that they feel lost without this communication. I don't know how much communication you guys had in the past. Like, maybe it was a bit overwhelming to one of you or something like that, but without it, like, when you not in their life as much of a role as you used to be, they're feeling quite lost. They're not really sure which way to turn. So that's, again, coming back to, that's why they want to wait it out, because I want to say that you were sort of like their, what's it called? Their rudder, their steering wheel. Like, where you chose to go, that's where they would go. And now that you're not there, they're not really sure which way to turn. And I take that as it resonates, because I'm feeling that it's not like that for some people. It could be the opposite situation for some people. So perhaps you make your decisions based on where they wanted to go. But I want to say, even if that was the case for some of you, it's not like this person was oblivious to you, if that makes sense. Like, I want to say it's kind of like one of those people, like, who work all the time and they say, oh, I'm working for you, but you're like, but you're never there. How can you be working for me when I'm not happy with the situation, sort of thing. But yeah, this person's feeling, like, I feel a lot of anxiety in, like, my solar plexus chakra. So what is solar plexus? Solar plexus chakra is all about how you come across to the world. And yeah, they're coming, I feel like with you, they came across quite confident. And I feel like even in this no contact situation, you might feel that they are okay with it, but they're really not. Because, again, they're showing this. Like, usually in my readings, I take this top row, the main cards, as appearances, and then the clarifiers are more deep down, so sort of more feeling level, even though this is, again, about thoughts. But I do feel like this person in particular is coming across quite calm, but in reality, Nine of Wands reversed, they're very fearful. And with this sigil here, all parts of me are coming into union. I want to say it's more about coming into union. Sorry, all parts of me are unifying. I feel like it's more of unifying with themselves, because as I said, whatever this relationship was before, the two of you were quite intertwined. Like somebody was making decisions based off of the other here, I'm feeling. And because of this separation now, it's more of this person, or it could be you. You're more coming into union, you're unifying with your own wants and desires, if that makes sense. Like, it's not really what do they want, it's more like what do I want. And they want for you to be together, but it's more than that. They're also thinking of what other goals in this. And I do feel like that's, again, if you two were to come back together, it would be a much stronger thing, because I don't want to say it was a codependent relationship, but it was more of very reliant on the other. And now, after this no contact situation, if it were to come to an end, you would be a lot more, or the it will be a lot more self-reliant relationship. I'm sorry, by the way, if my camera keeps angle keeps on jumping. I'm like looking into the view box, and I could see the camera's just shifting. I don't know why. So that's happening, but hopefully it's not too bad. Anyway, so I'm going to come here now. I can never pick these cards up. So we have the Magician, and it's being clarified by the Queen of Cups. So this is sort of just leading off of that. The Magician is the person who can literally manifest whatever it is that they want and whatever it is that they desire. And I feel that your person, after this stillness, they're going to be coming into that, then they could realize they can have whatever it is that they want. And because of the stillness, they're realizing what it is that they want with their life and with you. And with this Queen of Cups here, I feel, again, it's going to be a lot more healthy, because the Queen of Cups has a lid on her cup. Like, she knows when to give and she knows when to stop giving, and when it's too much. And I feel like it's not that someone was giving too much. I don't want to say that, because I'm not feeling that it was coming across as if someone was giving too much. It was more of a energy of, yeah, just like, I don't want to say, it was more like you were always checking in with each other. It wasn't a lot of independence here. And with this, I feel like you both will be a lot more independent afterwards. So yeah, your person is going to be able to manifest and bring to life the real goals that they really want in their life. And I feel like you will be one of their goals, but this is what they're going through right now. They're going through the process of discovering within themselves if you are the one that they want. They have a lot more goals as well that are coming up. I just zoomed in on that horse. Is it gonna focus? There we go. There's a horse in the clouds back there. Oh, maybe it's the mountains. I'm not really sure. But horses to me are about forward movement. So again, I feel this is somebody who's moving forward. I don't want to say they're moving forward without you, but they are moving forward with their life. And they aren't sure if they want it to be with you or not. I'm sorry if it sounds a bit harsh, but they're going through a process right now of self-discovery. And once this no contact situation is over, because I feel that even though right now it's very calm, this isn't a no contact situation that will last forever. I feel like eventually you or them will reach out and just say, hey, you know, how things are going. And when that happens, I feel that person will be in a space to know whether if it is you that they want to move forward with or not. But I feel that you won't know until they would actually know until this does happen. So if you were wondering whether you should reach out to them or not, I want to say not yet. Give it some more time, because I feel that it will be a clear sign for you if you were the one who will reach out. If they were to reach out, fine, go ahead. You'll see where it will be going anyway, because I feel it will be clear. But if you're looking for a sign to reach out to them, it's not yet. You'll want to wait a little bit more. Anyway, so then with the sigil or parchment and unifying, again, they are going to be bringing into life their goals. They're going to be unifying their thoughts and their reality, and their, what's the word? I want to say their giving and their taking, if that makes sense. Like, their emotional self, and their, I want to say mental self. I don't know, but it will be a lot more balanced. Oops. So I'm going to move to your oracle cards now. So first I'm going to start with these Moonology cards, and I have 3 today. So the first one is you and your loved ones are safe, which is the new moon in Cancer. Then, sorry, my throat is very dry. It's kind of late here, so I'm trying to keep my voice a bit down, and my face is just kind of dry for some reason. I don't think I've been drinking enough water today. But so then the second one is the end of a tough cycle approaches, which is the full moon in Capricorn. And then the third is nothing is yet set in stone, which is the mutable moon. So I'm going to start here. You and your loved ones are safe. So with this, I'm kind of seeing that it's just, I want to say it's for them, especially with it being over this pile with the 9 of Wands in the reverse position with a lot of fear. Cancers are ruled by the moon, and the moon is about emotion. So the Cancer is a very emotional card, and this one is just saying, like, it's really saying for you and for them, you don't have to be afraid of this process of each of you being alone, because once it's through, you guys will know. I want to say you're going to really know where this is going and where this is not going. And honestly, I feel that this is, if you are afraid of this process, I feel that it'll be more likely for you to reach out in fear. And this isn't really what you want. You want to be able to, when this person reaches out to you, or when you reach out to them, you want to be able to do it with a strength instead of, you want to come from a position of strength rather than one of fear. So I want to say for you, it's good to let go of the situation a bit, just sort of see what you're doing, sort of go through the same process that this person's going through, like figure out your own goals and your own dreams and your own beliefs, and figure out if the person you want to experience it with is this person who you're going through this no contact with right now. And then the next one is the end of a tough cycle approaches, which is the full moon in Capricorn. And literally that's just what I said. So this situation isn't going to last forever. Like, I feel that you guys will be in contact again. And once that does happen, it's going to be, again, either you're going to move on, like with this 6 of Swords here, either you're going to move on into a happier ending, or you're going to stay and work on what you have. But either way, it's going to be a better situation. And then the last one we have here is nothing is yet set in stone, and that's, again, they're not sure where they want this to go with you as of yet. They're still trying to figure it out. So it's not really, I could say, if they want to come back to you, or if they want to move on without you. I'm not seeing anything certain as of yet, but I can tell you that they are unhappy about the situation in general. But after that, they're just going to be looking to see what it is that they want, and they're just not sure. I feel like it's sort of a flip-floppy energy, So, like, I feel even if you were to go to another reading after this, and let's say you watch 2 readings, they'll have different answers, because I feel this person's just changing their mind constantly about which way they want to go. I feel that you are very much on their mind. You are very much on their mind. It's just they are still unsure. Okay. So then the next cards I have for you are these cloud cards. So I have 2 for you today. The first one is the Silent, and then the second one is the Arrow. So the Silent says for thoughtfulness and a time for recharging, which is, again, what they are doing. They're literally just sitting around right now. Well, maybe even not right now, but they're just really sitting and thinking what it is that they want with this relationship. And I feel that without this time, I want to say that the relationship would have run itself into the ground. This is a time for you guys to both figure out where you want this to go. So it's sort of like leading up to, I don't want to say the big finale, but it's sort of the walk up to the roller coaster, if that makes sense, or the walk up to the train. I don't want to say it's a roller coaster, but it's the walk up to the train. Once the train has started, you can't get off, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to say it that I don't want it to sound that final, but it is sort of the an energy towards me, like you're like both leading up, okay, which way do you want to go, and then it's going to be set on that track. And then the Arrow says a surge of energy, aggressiveness. So yeah, it is kind of like what I just said about once this has decided the direction, it's going to be very I want to say keep on going. It's going to stay on that route. If you think about an arrow, the archer picks a target and then the arrow goes there. It's going to be quite similar to me. It's going to be quite similar for this relationship that you're in. Once this no contact situation is over, you will both know where it's going. Like, it's not going to be any question, I want to say. Like, obviously it's a relationship, so things could change and ebb and flow, but what I'm seeing right now, the course you're on, once you get out of this mutable moon's energy, once it is decided, it's going there. Okay, next I want to give you you have 2 of these. These are guided by the angel cards, and you have 2. So the first one is number 29, which is Rael, and then the second one is number 1, which is Vahuia. And honestly, when I was shuffling the cards, I didn't want 2 to come out because I thought it was going to take too long, but then the same 2 jumped out. So I'm quite sure you need both of these cards. So I'll put them right here, I guess. So we're going to start here with Rael, and Rael says he is outstanding for his qualities and his zeal in spreading the truth and destroying slanderous writings. His behavior is exemplary, and he loves truth, peace, justice, tradition, freedom, and silence. His life is enlightened through his spirit, and he follows divine rules in accordance with his level of awareness. His existence on earth is of a highly elevated level. Without knowing why, he goes back to the path that he should have never have left. The reward is a much better life and freedom from karmic ties. Sorry if that was kind of illegible. I'm a bit tired. Sorry, not illegible, inaudible. I don't know if you couldn't understand it, basically. But for you, what really stuck out was he goes back to the path that he never should have left, and I feel like It's very similar for your relationship. Like, whatever, you're going to go back to the path that is the right for you. It's going to be the one that is meant for you. If you don't get back together, it's only because that wasn't the right path, and you'll be getting back onto it. And if you do get back together, it's because it is the right path. So it is just, again, for me saying to you, don't fear the outcome of this no contact situation, because either way, you will know that this is where you're meant to be going. And then the attributes, in case you wanted to call on that angel, are, so he is the god who rescues. His planet is Mars. The angelic choir is the powers. His ruling hour is from 9:20 a.m. to 9:40 a.m. The reasons for invoking are to free us from internal enemies, to give us inspiration in prayer, to clearly express ourselves in the face of adversities, and to highlight religious feelings and meditation. So now I'm going to read out this one, number 1, which is Vahuia. So Vahuia says he has a great protection on the astral level and is on Earth to be the prosecutor to a new world. The precursor to a new world. His interests lie in the most diverse issues. Extremely curious, balanced, and optimistic, he is always seeking the truth. He faces everything with optimism, is well-mannered, and enjoys life best when his family is completely united. Blessed with subtle spirituality and great astuteness, he is inventive and creative, an inspired artist. His gifts in writing and speaking may lead to involvement in politics. His work will be rewarded and recognized. So for you, I'm sort of seeing it was 2 parts. It was extremely curious, balanced, and optimistic. So I think that is the way that your person is sort of seeing this, and is the way you should be seeing it as well. So again, you have the card that things are coming into union here. Things are unifying. So they're coming into balance, and to be optimistic about it. And then the second one was facing everything with optimism, really, because again, after this no contact situation comes to an end, you'll be on the right path. It doesn't matter if it is with this person or if it's not. You will be going where you're supposed to be going. Next, I have one of these, which is the Shaman's Dream Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. It's my first deck by her. I actually did record a flip through of this deck, and I'm going to post it, but it's probably going to be after this reading is posted, if I'm honest. So it's a bit backwards, but you know, that's how life is sometimes. Anyway, so the card I have for you with this deck is number 37, which is the Magician's Sword. And it says, confidence in your magic. I haven't read really or memorized the meanings to this, so I'm just going to read it intuitively. But what I'm sort of picking up on is, again, you have to have confidence in this no contact situation, and I want you to have confidence in your partner and in yourself, because when this comes to an end, you need to be confident in where things are going, because again, this is not a this is not a ending. I want to say this is a bridge to your true destination, and you want to have confidence in that you're bringing that into reality, where your true destiny and where you truly need to go lies, like the person who will be there for you perfectly. And not just the person, I want to say, like the situation, the lifestyle, the goals and dreams that you have for yourself. That's where you're going after this. So believe in that. Don't believe in the person or the no contact situation, because people could change. Okay? Like, go for what it is that you really, truly want. Anyway, so then the last thing I have for you today is one of these. This is a mindfulness activity. So this is the one I pulled for you today, and it's a cup of tea. And it says mindfulness appreciation. So choose 5 things in your day that usually go unappreciated. These things can be objects or even people. The point of this exercise is to give thanks and appreciate the seemingly insignificant things in life. Things that support our life but rarely get a second thought. For example, the electricity that powers your kettle, the postman who delivers your post. Ask yourself, how do these things work? How do they benefit your life? Have you ever noticed the finer details of these items? Have you ever thought about the relationship of these things and how they play an interconnected role in the functioning of the earth? Use a notepad to check off 5 things by the end of the day. So that's just a little bit of an activity to do if you are interested. But anyway, pile 1, thank you for joining me. That's all I have for you today. If it resonated, I'll appreciate it if you liked, shared, commented, and subscribed. Not necessarily in that order. And if you don't know what to comment, you can always leave me a flower. But yeah, other than that, don't forget to carpe your damn diem. Bye bye. Hello to everyone who chose pile 2 with this sigil. Welcome to your reading. Once again, we're asking the question today, what is your person thinking about your no contact situation? So I'm going to explain your sigil in just a second. I'm just going to show you your tarot first, and after I read your tarot, we're going to dive a bit deeper with some oracle cards. So again, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take the bits and pieces that resonate with you. So the tarot I have for you are the 8 of Pentacles reversed. Then you have the 9 of Swords. And then lastly, you have the 4 of Pentacles. Clarifying those, you have the Page of Swords. Then for the second position, 2 came out, and it's the 3 of Swords and the Sun. Interesting together. You'll see what it means as we read. And then you have the Chariot in the final position, which is clarifying the 4 of Pentacles. So yeah, your sigil means my intuition is getting louder. So from that, it's a bit interesting to get as a sigil for this reading, but perhaps one or both of you have a sort of feeling as where this is going, or you both are very connected and you sort of feel what the other is feeling and you're just watching this video for clarification. I don't know, because I usually, maybe the person is sort of disconnected from their emotions, because I usually have the sigils as something what's missing, so it's sort of more of an affirmation to get to where you want to go. So I'm not really sure, but we'll read in as we keep on going. I'm just gonna move these a bit to the center more. I'm looking at the camera and it doesn't really look nice, but I guess that's as good as we're gonna get it for now. Anyway, so I'm gonna start here with this, the 9 of Swords, and it's being clarified by these 2, which is the 3 of Swords and the Sun. So just by looking at this, your person is feeling quite upset about this no contact situation. This is not really a feelings reading, this is a thoughts, and their thoughts are very anxious. They're just replaying what has happened and why you're in the situation and what could have went wrong or what went right. And I'm especially seeing that with these 2 cards, the 3 of Swords and the Sun. So it's sort of like, I don't know, maybe I want to say that it could have been maybe a situation that you told them that you didn't want something to happen because it crossed your boundary, and they kept on doing it anyway. So you sort of like, let's take a break. So in one hand they're heartbroken, and on the other hand they're kind of happy because they could do what it is that they wanted to do if you stopping them. But I don't think it's that simple. Like, again, we have this Nine of Swords here, and the Nine of Swords is about anxiety, and they're literally just replaying and replaying and looping and looping and looping in their head of what has happened. And these two, again, are almost, they're not opposites, but it's happiness and heartbreak here. So it's very bittersweet, this no contact situation for them. Like, I don't know, I kind of keep on going into it, but it's just how this person is feeling. They're looping between these two situations, and it's just not coming out of their head. And I feel that one of the reasons why they are why these are looping is because they don't know how this is going to end as well, because they feel that it could either end in heartbreak or in happiness. And I feel like they're not sure which one's which at the moment, if that makes sense. Like, if they're not sure if you two, let's say, reunite, they're not sure if that will be the heartbreak and they're going to have to let go of their happiness. Like, let's say, I don't say happiness, but let's say more of freedom, because when you get in a relationship, you do give up some freedom in a lot of cases. But also it could be, if they let you go, that will be the heartbreak, even though they will have what it is that let's say their freedom that's being sacrificed. And so it is just quite that's really, you could stop watching right now, don't, but like that's what they're thinking. They are confused. And if the intuition is getting louder, I'm sort of thinking as, yeah, they can't make heads or tails out of their thoughts. They don't know what's right, what's wrong, and that's why we have the sigil here. My intuition is getting louder, because again, it's sort of more of an affirmation, and they can't quiet their minds long enough to sort of feel, let's say they can't really suss out what's good about the situation or what's bad about the situation, or they can't see the opportunity or anything. They're just really looping around what has happened, where this will go, that sort of thing. They can't even, I don't want to say look at the opportunity, but it's just more, they can't really, let's say if you guys are taking a break, they can't use this break to explore their options, or not they're leaving their options, to explore what it is that brought you to this situation or anything like that. They're just so caught up in the facts, well, not the facts of it, the feelings of it, the emotions of it. Their thoughts are on it's very confusing. Like, where they are is just looping around here, and they can't listen to their intuition about even how to get out of the situation. They're just looped here. Anyway, so we're going to move here. They have the Eight of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Swords. So the Eight of Pentacles is about hard work and somebody putting in the effort to sort of build up what it is they want. I wouldn't say a foundation, because pentacles are corresponded to the earth element. And right now, because this is in the reverse position, your person isn't doing anything like that. Like, they're just staying here, and instead of putting in efforts to make the situation better, they're staying here. They're not putting any effort in there at all. Like, with the Page of Swords, they're curious about you, and they want to know what you're doing, and they want to know what you're thinking. Like, they're more worried about you than they are about themselves, if that makes sense. And I feel like for some of you, that could be sort of flattering, thinking, oh, they actually did like me. Maybe, I should initiate contact with them. And I don't feel that's the best idea for you, don't do that, because it will just happen again. I feel like, because this person has not changed. They are still the same person who you stopped talking to before, and this situation will happen again because this person isn't putting in any sort of work into changing. Like, they might be curious about what it is that they could do to change this and make sure that this doesn't happen again, or they might have knowledge of it, but they're not going to put in any effort at the moment. They are more, I want to say they're more words than actions. Like, pages are the least mature of the court cards, and this is your person right now. They are immature. They're thinking about you and thinking about what they could do, but they are not actually going to put in that work. And this is just going to be a situation that will keep on happening. And the reason I feel that is here in this situation is just because, again, they could have knowledge of what it is that they'll have to change. It's just that. And I feel like they know what to do to change and to not have this happen again, but they're not listening. They are kind of stuck in their ways. And then here we have the Four of Pentacles and the Chariot. With the Four of Pentacles, it's really more just saying that this person's not going to change for me. The Four of Pentacles, even in this card, you can see that she's holding something up to her chest, like she's sort of protecting herself. And the Four of Pentacles is really about holding on to things and holding on to situations and things like that. And I'm feeling that they are holding on to their old habits. Like, I feel that they would like to hold on to you, but right now, their safe place, what covers their heart, what is good for them, is to stay where they are. Like, and not put in the work or the effort into change. Because even though they're very caught up in this cycle of happiness and sadness, what's really outweighing them is this happiness. The Sun here is a major arcana, and this is a minor arcana. And even though it is heartbreak here, what is overpowering them is the freedom and the, what's it called? What's the word? I don't want to even say freedom, but it's staying where they are. And even though there is, again, the Chariot here, and the Chariot is about moving on, it is getting your head and heart on board. Their head and heart, I feel like for me, what I'm seeing is one is like the Black Sphinx is represented by this one, by the Three of Swords, and the Sun is being represented by the White Sphinx. And these two are going to merge, and they're going to be okay with that. They're going to be okay with the heartbreak and the happiness together. They're going to learn how to live with it and move on, and be able to, I don't want to say move on, but being able to carry on this way. And I feel like it's a sort of energy of, you could be with this, or like you could become with me, or you could stay where you are. It's up to you. And honestly, even though they're feeling that way, they're the ones who are staying stuck. They're the ones who aren't moving on. They're not the ones who aren't evolving. They're staying as a page instead of sort of growing up. Like with the Sun card, I didn't want to say it before because it's in the upright position, but when I see the Sun in the reverse, I always think of somebody with a red flag. And this is the Sun, if you look at it, is literally a baby carrying a red flag. Like, it's so bad. In the reverse position. But even though this is in the upright position, that's how I'm seeing it. Like, this person, for you, or in general, they're not really willing to grow up and become the person who you will want in your life. So how are they thinking about this context situation? They're upset about it, and they want you back. They sort of want you back, but they really, because there is a heartbreak here, but they really like the freedom that this comes with it, because you're not holding them accountable anymore. And they like the that they could just keep on being immature and not having to grow up, and could keep on staying where they want to stay, and they're, even though they're upset about it, they're willing to keep on this path. And if my intuition is getting louder here, I'm sure that they know that you would, if this was to work out, they will have to move on. Well, not move on, they will have to grow up. And their intuition is telling them this, but they are willing to lose you to keep themselves. And I'm sorry again if it hurts to hear that, but that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing that this is a person that you're not going to want to hold on for, or hold your breath for, or wait for, or anything like that. Like, the best thing for you to do is to find somebody who is already either mature or be willing to go there. And honestly, the better option is the first one of those two, because like, you don't have any time to be raising somebody, like, so that's what I'm seeing for this. I'm gonna pull your oracle cards now. So the first ones I have for you are these Moonology cards. So you have 3. The first one is the answers you need are coming, which is the full moon in Gemini. Then you have expect powerful change, which is the new moon eclipse. And then believe in the impossible, which is the blue moon. So these Moonology cards just kind of wanted to come and reverse my reading, but let's go with them. So the answers you need are coming, the full moon in Gemini. So I feel with this, it is saying the answers you need are coming. So I feel that you should not be reaching out to this person in this no contact situation, because the answers you need are coming. Whatever their decision is, or whatever, I didn't even want to say the decision, but like, there's some information that is going to be coming to you to make you realize something significant in this. I want to say, like, it could just be maybe you find out that they did something that you didn't like again, or something like that, so that could be it, or it could be something more settled. But with this card, I'm not seeing that you need to go out and look for these answers. They're going to be coming towards you. Then the new moon eclipse, expect powerful change. So I'm not actually seeing this as your person, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I'm seeing this as with a new person. Believe it or not, I'm seeing that there could be a new person coming in for you, and this person is going to be so different from this other person. As I said, you're going to want someone who's already mature, or who's willing to put in the work. And I'm feeling that there is going to be a person coming in for you who is already there. This isn't that kind of reading, but that's what I'm seeing. Either you're going to be changing and not wanting this person anymore, or there's going to be a new person. Unfortunately, nothing psychically or reader like is I just don't see this as representing your person. I'm sorry. Like, it could possibly for some of you, but for the majority, it's not your person. I'm sorry. And then you have believe in the impossible. So that's just kind of trying to negate my entire reading, but yeah. So there is hope here. Let's say that there is hope. But I don't really think that this hope, like, this ain't believe in the impossible, but I don't feel like this is something that you want to be holding on for, if that makes sense, because this is literally, it is the blue moon, like once in a blue moon, and it's very rare to happen. So you're going to have to be waiting out for this. It's going to have to be waiting and sitting and hoping and praying, and one day maybe they could change, but instead you have this person over here well, expect powerful change. It could go to that person as well. So maybe one in the blue moon, after hoping and praying and sacrificing virgins at the full moon and everything like that, the person will change, right? Because it does with this card say that they could possibly change. I'm not really seeing it with the tarot, and I feel usually in readings the tarot is the more immediate part of the reading, and then the oracle cards are just add-ons. But yeah, so it's possible that they could change, but I feel what's best for you, and this is me speaking as an outsider, just reading the cards as a general reading, I'm saying you should look for somebody else. With this, my intuition is getting louder. I feel that those of you who know this person is going to change, I feel like there are some of you who do know that for a fact. And you know who you are. This isn't going to, like, if this is you, you would have heard me talking about this in the tarot, saying that this person isn't going to change, and you would have thought, oh no, they are, is wrong. You would have already known that you wouldn't be questioning if this was about you or not. You would definitely know. So and don't trick yourself saying, oh yeah, it's for me. Don't trick yourself. Okay? This is a message for specific people. And I don't even want to say unfortunately. Fortunately for a lot of you, you're going to get a new person who's already there, or who's already willing to change, or has already put in the work. You're not going to have to help somebody grow up or watch somebody grow up. You're going to be able to go with a fully developed person already. Okay? Honestly. So those of you already know who you are. Like, but even for you guys, maybe you should keep your eyes out for somebody who's already grown up too. Like, you never know who's out there. But anyway, I'm going to move on now to these, which are cloud cards, and you have two. The first one is the through, and then the second is the sweet. I'm going to start here with the through. And the through says an improvement of an unexpected situation. So, besides negating my tarot again, it also says the key to success is a change in perspective. That's a little bit more lower in the description. So, I do think that it's sort of saying, because this is a reading from your person's perspective, this is saying that, again, their perspective is going to change. So right now they're sort of more confused as to which way they want to lead. So the sun or the heartbreak, like which is going to outweigh. And I feel that, again, they're coming here to the Chariot, and it is going to be sort of their perspective changing to see, like, oh, actually, this is what, even though I feel like this person, unfortunately, I'm not really seeing them as very self-aware. I'm sorry. Like, in my head, that your person's sort of like a frat boy. I'm very sorry, but they're not very mature. They're very well, I don't even know what the word is, but they're not very mature, and I don't feel like they want to be mature yet, as I've said before. And even though I do feel like they have feelings for you, because you have the Three of Swords there, they're going to change their perspective and sort of be like, oh yeah, now I'm a bachelor again, or bachelorette again, or I don't know what a gender neutral term for bachelor or bachelorette is, I'm sorry, but it's going to sort of be that sort of thing. So it might, again, this is more about a change of perspective rather than a change of what they're doing. So then the sweet, and the sweet says new love, popularity, and the appearance of a dependent mind. So I'm gonna come back to you, but and I do feel like it could be both of you. So new love here. I do think that this situation for the most of you is over. I'm sorry. I don't want to say that you're going to be in the no contact situation forever, but I'm not seeing this come out for the majority of you as a steady relationship. It might be, there might be a few hookups here and there, but I'm not really seeing a future with this, a solid and stable future. And I feel like this person is going to sort of be finding somebody else, really. But again, for the most of you, I am seeing somebody new coming in for you as well. So it's not terrible news, but I just don't think it's the news that you want to hear. I'm sorry if it's triggering you, but that's just what the cards are saying. I do feel that there are those out there who this isn't true for, but again, you guys would have already knew that as I was reading the tarot. It's not, you would have known that intuitively as I was reading the tarot. And now I'm going to come here to one of these guided by the angel cards, and your card is number 13, which is Iazel. So Iazel says, knowledgeable about material and spiritual laws, he is the bearer of good news. The nobility of his character and dignity of his behavior characterize his way of life. He is the center of attraction in any environment due to three outstanding features: his wisdom, serenity, and intuition. He often has the strong impression that he has already experienced in another realm or life what he is living now. He has a great capacity to adapt the purpose of his life to transmute the crude into the spiritual. He only likes to put his time and effort into things that will come to something. And for you, it is the last sentence, putting his time and effort into something that will progress into something. And I want you to sort of take that sentence with you, because this person, I don't think this relationship is going to come into something. You're going to want to move to something that is, I'm going to say, more steady and better for you, and doesn't have you looking up tarot videos about no contact situations, hoping to ease your anxieties. Because if it was a healthy situation, I don't think you would be doing that, to be honest. And I'm saying that as a person who watches a lot of these videos. So, like, honestly, you're going to want to be looking for someone who makes you feel more secure. I'm going to read out the attributes now. So, the attributes are the glorified God, the planet is Uranus, the angelic choir is the cherubim, the ruling hour is from 4 a.m. to 4:20 a.m. The reasons for invoking are to obtain justice, to free us from depression, to protect against lies and false testimonies, and to protect the innocent and let the truth be known. So you can call on him if you're interested or you wanted to. And next I have one of these mindfulness activities for you. I think it's this way. I've never read this one before. So it's like a black and white picture of an apple tree, and the apple is the only thing in red. However, this is kind of a lopsided apple. It looks more like a heart. So it says, mindful love note. The next time you're alone, take out your phone and record a love letter to yourself. Say out loud everything that you love about yourself, your ambitions, your purpose, your strengths, the way you are kind, the ways you inspire others, etc. Then listen to it. Listen to it several times over the next week. After a while, you will notice something incredible. We mainly seek praise, acceptance, and confirmation from external sources. What if we could hear it from ourselves? What if we could hear from ourselves how awesome we are? It might just help change the way you think. So, I think that is a great activity for you guys to do, because, again, as I said, this situation is probably making you feel kind of anxious, upset, especially because this frat boy of a person of this. I feel like his name's Chad. I feel like he bleaches his hair with frosted tips. Like, no offense, and has a tribal tattoo. No offense to anybody who does any of those things, but like, I feel this person right now is just not mature enough to be the one that you are looking for. And instead of relying on Chad to come back and give you the attention you want, give the attention to yourself. I kind of went out of order, but I have, this is your actual last card. Well, it was supposed to go before that one, but oh well. This is a new deck that I just got. This is the Shaman Stream Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. This is my first deck for her. I recorded a deck flip through of it, but I'm probably going to post it after I post this video, which is fine. Fun fact, in that video I say my name sometime through it. So if you ever wanted to find that out, that information's there. Anyway, I haven't memorized all the meanings for this or really looked through the book very well, so I'm just going to read this card intuitively. So the one you have is number 9, which is dances on one foot, balancing act. With this one, I'm sort of coming back to these two, the Three of Swords and the Sun together, because that's where it's kind of coming from to me. It's like it's a balancing act between like having one side outweigh the other. Like, is the heartbreak gonna win out, or the sun, the freedom, gonna win out? That's sort of what I'm just getting to intuitively when I'm looking at this card. Even though it says balancing act, like what it looks like to me is she's just about to take a wide step over this black hole, or about, it's not a black hole, but this sort of situation right there. And that's what I want you to do. I feel like this is that person, and you need to just step over it. You have long legs, you could make it. It might be a bit of a stretch to get over there, but you never have to turn back afterwards. But anyway, pile 2, that's all I have for you today. I hope that resonated. If it did, I would appreciate it if you liked, shared, subscribed, and commented. If you don't know what to comment, you can always leave me a little flower. Don't forget to carpe your damn diem. Bye bye. Hello everyone who chose pile 3 with this sigil. This is your reading. So once again, this reading is asking about your person's thoughts on your no contact situation. I'm going to explain what your sigil means in just a second, but first I'm just going to show you your tarot, and then after I read your tarot, we're going to dive a bit deeper with some oracle cards. So your tarot are the Hangman reverse, the Ace of Hearts reversed, which is the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. Clarifying those, we have the Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles, and lastly the Four of Cups. So your sigil means I dive in head first. So I don't know, with that sigil, I feel like your person could be a bit hesitant about the entire situation or bringing this situation to a resolve. What I use the sigils for is really an affirmation for what you want to happen or what the person wants to happen. So from that, I dive in head first means that to me there might be a bit hesitant about something in this. Anyway, we'll kind of talk about it more as the reading goes on. So we're going to start here with the Ace of Cups reverse, and it's being clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. So, you know that song by One Republic? what I'm hearing is like the love ran out in this situation. I don't think that it was literal, but I feel like maybe this is kind of a long standing relationship and it sort of fizzled down or something of it. Like, I want to say maybe someone pulled away here. Like, and I want to say that it was kind of sudden. And literally, that song is keep on coming. That line of that song is keep on coming to my head till the love runs out. Till the love runs out. Like, baby, I've been losing sleep, thinking of all the things that we could be. And I feel like that's what the person is sort of feeling at the moment because, like, the ace represents starts and this is like reverse. So I'm feeling, yeah, they're just quite upset about, I don't want to say they're upset, but what they're thinking about is the situation. So it is on their mind. And that has been consistent across all the piles today. So it's not like they don't care. But with this Queen of Pentacles, they are seeing an opportunity. Actually, I'm not seeing they're not seeing it as an opportunity. What I'm seeing is they miss you. Yeah, that's what it is right here. They miss you. With this Ace of Hearts, that's about missing, like, love running out because it's not, at the moment, it's not going anywhere. It's just literally pouring onto the ground. And the Queen of Pentacles knows how to value things. And right now, because you're not there, they just really miss you. They're looking back in the past in regret. And with this, I dive in head first. I feel like because they're feeling, well, it's a thought reading, but I'm feeling that they don't think if they were to get in touch with you again, you'll be too receptive. And I feel that's why it's here, the sigil is here, I dive in head first, is because they're afraid of what will happen if they were to make that step. Like, what would your reaction be? And then you'll come here to the Hangman reverse, and it's being clarified by the Hierophant. This person is stuck with the this Hangman reverse because the Hangman is somebody who puts themselves on the tree to take a different perspective and to sort of pause. And in the reverse position, they want to get down, but they're stuck. And that's really, again, with the I am stuck. I'm sorry, I dive in head first. This person is stuck. They don't know which way to turn. And with this Hierophant, I'm feeling like they want something official with you. They want a traditional relationship. But again, I feel that they don't know how you are feeling about the situation. They don't know if they were to come forward, if you would accept their feelings, if that makes sense. And like when I'm focusing in on these two keys on the bottom here, and what that reminds me is of St. Peter's cross. And yeah, I'm feeling like this could be sort of a martyrdom situation. Like they're holding themselves up. They feel stuck because they don't know how you're feeling about them, and because of that, they're hanging themselves up. If that makes sense. So they're holding themselves up because they don't know how you feel. So they feel stuck because they're holding themselves. It's just a cycle for them, and that's really what they're thinking. And I am quite sure with this Hierophant card, they would want, in their perfect world, you two would be together at the moment. But it's just, they are unsure of what you feel. Then we have here the 10 of Swords, and it's being clarified by the 4 of Cups. So, Riley, what they're going into is feeling more heartbreak. They feel like this is over. And that's because they're waiting for you to like come out the sky, or a sign to come out the sky saying, yeah, go talk to her, or they're waiting for you to reach out to them or anything. It's basically they don't want to take action unless things are assured. Like they don't want to dive in head first. They are waiting for some sort of confirmation that they won't get hurt. So if you're wondering if you should reach out to this person or not, like honestly, they're waiting for you. If you don't reach out to them, nothing's ever gonna happen here. But I'm wondering if it's the best for you to do, to be honest, because what I'm seeing here, I'm focusing on these 3 cups, and 3 of cups is about celebration. And for some reason, I'm feeling that is a more of your energy rather than theirs. Like, how are you feeling about this in context situation? I feel that you are probably not enjoying it because you are watching this video, but it's really something you want to think about before you put an end to it. Because right here, like, this person feels that it's over because they just don't know how you are feeling. And I don't think that they're willing to put themselves out there to be hurt. So they're willing to just, like, mourn it. Like here you have somebody mourning a child, and that's how precious this relationship was to them. Like they had true, genuine emotions here. It's just that they're not willing to get themselves hurt, if that makes sense. They're just waiting for you to come to them. So the question is for you, do you want to be with somebody who's not willing to get themselves hurt, who's waiting for you to put in the emotional effort? Or is that something that you're going to be okay with and something that you're really willing to be working on with this person? Like, I feel that you will be fine without them. It's just really a question now for you to ask, will you be fine, like, knowing that you didn't put in everything you had to put in? And I don't say that in a, like, sort of judgmental way. It's just sort of, again, self-preservation, because this person is going to preserve themselves. They are willing to, like, let it lie. Now the question is for you, let's say you put more effort in and it didn't work out. So I feel more of the, not responsibility, but I feel like the emotional burden will fall on you because you put yourself out there again. And I feel like this will be a cycle in this relationship. Like if you're to have a fight, you will always have to be going to this person because this person is not going to be vulnerable enough to sort of want to make the first steps towards reconciliation. Like they do generally have feelings for you, but their thoughts right now are saying, I'm going to protect myself. So yeah. So that's where their thoughts are at. They miss you, but they don't want to get hurt anymore. And to them, getting hurt, reaching out to you because they don't know how you feel, will get them hurt anymore. This reading is a lot shorter than the other ones. I'm sorry, my phone died while I was recording, so I kind of lost my momentum. But I don't think the quality of these are changing. I'm going to read what I read anyway. So now I'm going to move on to these Moonology cards for you. You have 3. The first one is Prosperity Lies Ahead, just the new moon in Taurus. Then the second one is Step Out of Your Comfort Zone, which is the North Node. Is that in focus? Here we go. And then the third one is A Fiery Climax Approaches, which is the full moon in Aries. Okay, so this one, Prosperity Lies Ahead of New Moon in Taurus. So, from what I'm seeing in this card, yeah, if you were to reach out to this person, I do think that again, they will accept you, or the relationship will go back on track. But again, this will be the cycle continuing for your relationship. If you wanted to break out of this cycle of you always having to be the one to reach out or whatever, or perhaps it's the opposite, maybe they're always the one to reach out. But I'm seeing that this will what it will be stuck in. Tauruses are bulls, and bulls are very stubborn. So this is a stubborn sign that you'll be dealing with, a very stubborn energy. So it will take a lot to break out of this cycle. You can reach out to them and have a happy relationship, but just know that it will be very difficult if you wanted things to change in that way. And then we have step out of your comfort zone, which is the North Node. And in astrology, the North Node is where you want to be going. This is where your happiness lies. So, if, for instance, if you find yourself, you are the last one who has to reach out, or in your relationships in general, this is a pattern for you. Like, you'll get into a no contact situation, or you'll always be reaching out to the people when you're in a argument. It is a call for you to step away from that. It's really asking you to examine your own patterns and then do things differently this time, because like insanity, that Albert Einstein's quote, like, insanity is doing the same things over and over and expecting different results. What have you been doing? And this time change it. See where this path takes you. But again, I feel that this will be very hard for you. The North Node is, again, where your happiness lies, but this is literally opposite of your usual patterns. So I'm here telling you that if you don't reach out, this relationship will probably end. And are you okay with that? Are you okay with losing this to gain your happiness, to gain someone who's better for you, to evolve? That's the question here. And then we have here a fiery climax approaches. And from that, what I'm seeing is that I feel like you're going to, I'm not sure what you're going to do, but I want to say, I'm hoping that you take this North Node advice. Do what you don't do, what you don't usually do. And if you do that, a fiery climax will approach. Like, either you'll see, either something new will come in and it'll totally shake up the way that you usually live life, I want to say, or something like that. But, or if they're the ones who, if you usually aren't the one who reach out, if you usually wait for people to reach out and you reach out to them, that's when a new, I want to say not a new relationship, but it will be like the start of a new era. So like, this is literally after, this one's coming after this one for me. So it is really a question of, are you going to take that advice? Okay, so then next I'm going to come here to your cloud cards, and you have two. The first one is the Libra, and then the second one is the Move. The Libra says life, action, and the balance of ideas. And for you, I'm not really seeing the balance of ideas. I'm more seeing the balance of this relationship. So this, once again, asking you, what do you usually do? And how can you change to make a different future, a different outcome for it? Even though this is supposed to be from their perspective, that's what I'm seeing is more advice for you. Change what you're doing. And even, let's say, this, right? This situation. If you're the oldest one who reach out and you are like want to end this relationship, but this is how it usually goes, maybe you could try reaching out in a different way. Like, maybe just ask, why am I the oldest one who has to reach out? Like, change up what it is you're doing and use that to change your relationship. And then the second one is the Move. So the Move says, be careful about fidgety actions and remarks. But what I really am focusing in for you is part of it's warning, and the warning is, well, part of it is it's easy to become influenced by feelings, so think before you speak. And that's what I'm seeing really for you. You really have to buckle down and talk to yourself and analyze your patterns objectively. Like, that's how this situation will come to an end. Not even just this situation, the pattern that you're in. Because I feel like you, in particular, in this pile, you're in a pattern. And this could be, I don't want to say it's not this person, it's the cycle that you're in. And to get out of this cycle, you're going to have to change what you're doing. That's literally it. You just have to change your approach. And yeah, literally, you have to think about what you're going to do. And if you're going to reach out, what you're going to say. I feel, for some reason, I'm feeling like it's more of you or the one who are always reaching out to people. But do take it as it resonates. But yeah, it's really asking you to dig deep about this. Okay, so then next I'm going to bring you these guided by the angel cards, and you have two. The first one is Hahazia, which is 51, and he is upside down. And then the second is Lehahia, which is 34, and he is also upside down. I'm going to start with Hahazia. And he says, he is always working towards peace among people, which he regards in a way of reaching perfection. A lover of nature, he has simple tastes. At the same time, he pays attention to matters such as painting, music, and creating a romantic environment. His natural poetic gifts lead many to relevant revelations through esoteric work. And for you, I'm sort of seeing it's the sentence, he's always working towards peace among people, which he regards in a way of reaching perfection. And it is sort of reaching, I don't want to say reaching perfection, because I don't think that there is a such thing as a perfect human. But it is sort of more inviting you to, again, change where you are going and bring your life more into balance. Okay, now I'm going to move to Lahahia. And so Lahahia says he is talented in artistic fields, mainly music, although as a patron rather than a performer. He has latent paranormal gifts, which could be liberating. Fearing disease from dirty places and objects, he is fussy about cleanliness. And what I'm sort of seeing for you is the dirty places and objects. And I'm not taking it as a literal sense, it's more of a metaphor. So if you keep on going the way you're going, I don't want to say it's like dirty people or whatever, but I feel like it's going to affect the way that you look out in the world. It's going to affect your mental health and your spiritual health. So do take that in consideration whilst you decide what you're going to do in the situation. And again, like, baby steps are an option. If you always just go back to apologize to somebody or just reinitiate contact, you could like ask, why do you always have to initiate contact or something like that. I feel like, again, this is just a pattern that you're in. So even if you've never been in a situation with this person in particular, maybe there's some way that you can do it in a different way that you are used to. Okay, so next I'm going to show this one. This is a Shaman's Dream card, which is by Colette Baron Reed. Is my first deck by her. I actually did film a deck walkthrough, or flip through, which I'm going to probably be posting sometime after this one. I'm not exactly sure when, maybe on Saturday. But if you're interested, I do say my name in that video, so look out for that if you want. But I haven't really learned the meanings for these cards yet, so I'm just going to read it more intuitively. And the card you have is number 48, which is Sky Dancers, and it says surrender. So this could just be saying it could be time to let go of this relationship. And if you, not even the relationship, I do think it's saying to surrender these patterns. I know this is about to be for them, but this is how I'm feeling the cards are coming out. It's asking you to surrender. And I'm not saying, again, it's not surrender the relationship, surrender the pattern. Surrender the loop that you're finding yourself in, because even if you were to, let's say, rekindle things with this person and then you go out, start going out again or whatever, look to your past and you'll find out where it will be going, because it's a pattern that you're in and it's time to release that. So I don't know how that means for you, but literally look where you have been going and change, adjust, so you could go somewhere else. It's time to adjust your sails. Anyway, so then the last thing I have for you today is this, which is a mindfulness activity. And this one is like a field of poppies at like sunset. And it says, watch the sunset or sunrise. Either today or tomorrow, take the time to watch a sunset or sunrise. There are a few things more present than the feeling of watching the day start or end. Aside from the natural beauty, the sunset is also a great reminder that each and every day offers us a new day. Aside from its natural beauty, the sunset is also a great reminder that each and every day offers us a new end and new beginning. Peacefully enjoy the vibrant colors and the spirit of the sun and leave your to-do list and worries out of the moment. So yeah, that's a nice thing to do. And with each day, you have a new opportunity to change and choose different choices. But anyway, pile 3, that's all I have for you today. I hope that resonated. If it did, I'll appreciate it if you liked, shared, subscribed, and commented. If you don't know what to comment, you can always leave me a little flower in the comments. But yeah, don't forget to carpe your damn diem. Bye bye.